that we're going to check out coming up.
Financial Fix on the PIX 11 Morning News is brought to you by Ridgewood Savings Bank. Multiply the good.
All right, it is 6:56. Whether it's with friends, work, or family, talking about money, it's a difficult situation. But guess what? This morning, Lori Sackler has a financial guide. It's called the M-Word Journal. It's here with some suggestions on getting your family to start talking about money. So nice to have you here.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
It's kind of interesting that you came out with a journal, because I think more people need to put their money down. Seeing all of the assets and how much money that's coming in really kind of crystallizes how much money you really don't have and what you shouldn't be spending.
Yeah, I think it's hard to keep a record. I think it flows through. The cash flow is always an issue. And I think after the first book, the M Word, the Money Talk, I realized that I needed a detailed roadmap, something that people could use to get them through the conversation, but also help them identify and record the information they would need.
All right, first of all, you said, who should we have the Money Talk with?
Well, it depends on what transition you're going through.
Okay.
So, for example, if you're a millennial and you are looking to potentially move out of your parents' home, the question is, how do I make that happen? How do I get my finances in order? And who do I need to have the conversation with in terms of probably paying down some of that debt along the way?
Yeah, who's going to help me get down to zero debt or close to zero debt and help me get to my next venture? I got that.
Yeah.
You also have a 5-step checklist. What is on this checklist?
Well, I call it the P's and the R's rather than the P's and the Q's.
Okay.
So you first want to understand what are the reasons for the conversation. Identify the transition point in your life.
Right.
And what are the financial issues?
Buying a house, putting kids to college.
Retirement.
Retirement. Are you part of the sandwich generation, taking care of elderly parents?
Exactly. And the second piece is identify the roadblocks that are interfering with your family having the conversation and figure out how you can overcome them.
Okay.
The third step is what I call prepare.
Okay.
Prepare physically, logistically, and psychologically for the talk. So you want to come prepared because that's very important. The fourth step is pick the right pros. You're going to need help, whether it's an accountant or an attorney or an advisor or a mental health professional.
Right.
And then finally is repeat as necessary. You have to create a process and repeat it because you're going to need to have multiple conversations to get through whatever transition you're dealing with.
And you got to gather a lot of information to have the Money Talk, because inside the journal you talk about your 401ks, your IRAs, your net worth, savings accounts. You talk about basically writing down everything that you need inside this journal.
Right, and then I try to create a decision tree so that people can follow the steps and exactly what documents you're going to need in order to have that conversation.
Right. Yeah. And also your spouse and your partner. Remarriage, merging families. If you have, were divorced and now you're merging families, how are you going to blend those assets? There's so many things that you need to talk about, and it's really complicated in terms of getting on top of it. And I think this is a pretty beautiful guide in terms of talking about that. Also, monthly savings. What's your key to monthly savings, out of curiosity?
Well, I think the key is monthly. So I always tell people, think about it not on an annual basis, but think about how much you can put away on a monthly basis and make it as part of your monthly budget. So it's all about paying yourself first and saving first as much as you can.
All right, you're going to be hosting an event, too, to talk more about how to do financial planning with your family. It's tonight at 7:30 to 9:30 at the Kaplan JCC. We have additional information on our PIX 11 app. Just click on the Morning News tab, and we'll be sure to pass it along to you. Thank you so much. It's called the M Word. Pick it up now. News at 7 starts right now.